All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to our new viewers and listeners. My name is Karina. I'm here with my girl, Amber, and we are Damn Perspectives, dating and marriage perspectives. Damn good to the last word. And that's right. Today, we're talking about Disney movies, and we're titling this session "Damn You, Cinderella and Snow White."
Damn.
Damn, with an N at the end, but damn,
Yeah.
damn you, Cinderella and Snow White. Okay, so why are we talking about this topic? It's probably one of my favorite topics of what we're going to talk about for the next few episodes. So in thinking about like relationships and, you know, how we make meaning of them and where we get messages and things like that, I think Disney movies from way back when you and I were growing up, which was like the 80s, 90s and everything,
90s.
when we were very formative and we were just sponges and just, you know, just taking in everything that came our way.
Right.
I think Disney movies like Cinderella and Snow White it just shaped the way we think about relationships, what they're like, and roles, like the role of one partner, the role of another partner, and try to exemplify them by watching those Disney movies when we were younger. So I just, you know, I want us to spend some time on how we ourselves, we've been shaped by these Disney movies.
They fucked it up.
They did. And it's really just me because Amber was not watching Disney movies. Anyway, I jump ahead.
We were doing different things. It's okay. It's all good.
I mean, the thing I kind of wish is that I wish we grew up with these Disney movies that are coming out today.
Yes. So different.
So different. So much more culturally conscious.
Yes.
More inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
We can see ourselves in it.
Yes. Hello. Can I see a Black girl? Somewhere, anywhere? Now we can.
Oh, now we can. That's right. That's right. So
let me ask you a couple questions then. Let's get into it.
I know you got questions.
She ready? Okay.
Wait, let me get
yeah, have a drink. Calm your nerves, because you know I love talking about this topic with you and really try to get understanding of just why. Pew, pew, pew. Yes.
Fire it up.
All right. So for you, I mean, how have Disney movies like shaped your perspective on like relationships and, you know, what you're looking for? How's that? What do you think's happened?
How Disney movies have shaped my perception of relationships and love and romance and those things. Yeah. I think, okay, there's so many ways I could answer that. Okay. So this one thing we can say is that these Disney movies are about romance, right?
Yes.
And love and living happily ever after. I think that's the thing that not the only thing. I think it's one thing that it is not real.
It's not real.
Happily ever after is not real.
I don't want to say it's not real, but it's not the way it's portrayed. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like, you know, let's just get together. I find you. Yeah. And you wear this awesome dress and I wear my awesome costume in whatever suit, and we get married and it's all butterflies and hearts and stars and just red carpet. And it's not, because that's where it ends. It ends with a kiss at the altar and that's it.
Yes.
But they don't talk about, you know what? You're on your period and you're getting on my nerves. Or, you know what, you didn't eat today and you just sound like a fool. No, they don't go beyond that. So
you're right.
That's one way that Disney movies have shaped my perception of happily ever after. Now, you know, I grew up.
Yeah.
I know today that that's not how it is. Like relationships take work.
Yes, they do.
They take work.
Were your expectations the same? Like, let's say when you were younger, right? Like, what were your expectations of getting into a relationship when you were younger that you feel like these movies and rom-coms that I definitely want to talk to you about, Jesus. But like,
I have a lot of them. A lot.
God. Like, pew, pew, pew.
For you, not for me.
True. You're right. You're right. Yeah, see, you're such a lover.
I am a lover.
There you go. Get it. See, I'm gonna do the background beat on it, and then you're gonna do. But seriously, like, what is it about those like rom-coms, and especially when you were younger, that you think you were looking for in a man?
Oh, looking for in a man?
Yeah.
Like probably like perfectionism. Like just like perfect. Like the male characters in those movies, in those Disney movies, they're perfect. They're the hero. They rescue the lady. They, you know, this very heroic savior kind of, and just like always put together. Nice. I don't like that though. But you know what I mean? Like just like perfect without any like blemishes. And all they're doing is like, I just want to find my perfect queen. Who most times she is not perfect.
Hello, ding ding
mother.
Ding. Yes, let me do the cussing on the show tonight.
Okay, that's fine. So I can't remember what your question was, but so yeah, it just portrays like someone who's a guy who's perfect, and I think to some degree I thought that like I'm like perfect, but just like maybe perfect for me, like checking the boxes and checking a lot of boxes, especially superficial stuff about them. And well, and I think I still think that to be true, that I'm your queen.
And there's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't.
There is nothing wrong with that. But let me ask you, from like Disney movies that you like to watch, and then you know, like I said, you know our conversation about rom-coms, right? Because I know you love freaking rom-coms. Like, what is it about like maybe that transition from Disney to rom-coms that now that affects your perception of what you're looking for, and why the rom-coms? Jeez Louise.
I know. Okay, people. Amber's having a very severe reaction.
Sorry, I am
loving rom-coms. There was a moment where we were next door neighbors. I mean, we literally just shared one wall. I still live here. She went on to bigger and better things. Like
nope, just house. The same.
And nowhere near me, which I'm still bitter about.
But we may be back. We'll talk about that. And
I know you gotta respond to the callings of your life. And so, and you're a boss lady, so you gotta get yourself.
You know.
So Amber used to come to my house 9 times out of 10.
God.
She'd walk in,
I
through
drink.
Like, the long hallway, and then at the end of the hallway, she would see me like just fully spread on the couch.
Not fully spread. Not like spread eagle.
No, like just like comfortable, just like into the movie. And she would see that it's a rom-com, and she's like, "You come get me when you're done." She's just not. She's just not having it. That's not her thing. It's my thing. It's not her thing. Anyway, so you know, she would leave my house before she even made it through the door because I was always watching.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to your question. Okay, so I would say that the thing that is, you know, familiar, I guess, between the Disney movies I watched when I was younger and rom-coms now, there's still like a level of like hope and love and I don't know, promise or something like it's a feel good movie. Like rom-coms are feel good movies, and it feels good to watch them. Now, am I thinking I want this to happen in my life? No, really? I don't think that way, but I want my guy. I do want my own Prince Charming, like the way that he should show up and who I am today. But it's not an illusion, an unrealistic illusion of someone I want in my life because of the movies and the Disney movies I watch.
Now, do you believe what you just said?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want to like. I don't want like the prince from Snow White and what's the other chick's name? Cinderella.
Nice teeth, nice shoes.
I mean, there's some things, Amber.
I'm just saying, because remember our first one we talked about.
There are some things that are non-negotiable. If your teeth are jacked up,
see?
No.
What if he's a Prince Charming?
Charm your way out of my presence, because I don't want no jacked up teeth. I'm sorry, Amber. I just, okay, so sort of on the same topic, we're vain people. We see each other and we're either attracted to one another or we're not. It's first impression that lasts forever. And for me, and I told you about this one experience of this one guy who's doing so well for himself. Like money. And you can't spend 2 G's on braces.
But what if he was your Prince Charming?
Well, I didn't give it a chance to be my Prince Charming because I already thought, okay, well, at the end of this date, which we didn't end up having a date, you're not kissing me. You're just not. I'm sorry. Okay, so you gotta have style. Yes, you gotta have style. Your teeth have to be correct. And I like a guy with nice shoes.
Okay.
A fudge, yes.
There's nothing wrong with it. I appreciate your honesty. I was just curious. I just don't want a Prince Charming to be galloping his ass on by because he needs to see an orthodontist. That's all I'm saying. But you'll work that out.
Shit together before you meet me, but that's a different conversation.
Okay. Get it. Okay. All right. So then let's see. I mean, how do you view love, let's say, and like romance with today's Disney movies? Like,
how do I view love and romance with today's Disney movies? I know. I mean, I still think that. Let's think about this one now. I know they've remade Cinderella, right? They've remade Cinderella. You think about Brandy and Whitney Houston. The most recent one was with Billy Porter, and I forget
I love Billy Porter.
Yeah, I forget the person who played Cinderella.
I thought that was
more of a. No, she's Latina, but I don't remember her name. And then the other ones, which you've talked about before, are more like women empowerment, like and the casting and the what's the word? The representation.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is not white. It's not white dominating. Yeah. It's people of color dominating. It's much more, like I said at the top of this video, more culturally conscious and aware and and they're not all about like finding your prince and finding your queen, right?
Being able
if I think about Moana.
Yeah, come on, Moana.
What's the other one? Dragon something. Ooh,
I don't
forget which one that was. But they're they're fighting for a cause. Like they're fighting for something they believe in.
Yes.
They're fighting for their culture, for a loved one, and not necessarily not a partner, but they're fighting for a loved one. So, man, I mean, kind of keeps my mind off of like love in that way. Like I need to find myself a man, especially in my 40s. Like I get that all the time. You're not married, you ain't got no kids yet. No, I don't. But guess what? I travel all the time. And I buy myself fabulous boots.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Which I sound a little materialistic, everybody. That's not what I mean to do.
that's not what she means, but you know what? Like what kind of right there, what you're saying, and I think also Moana is about finding herself, finding like
yes.
value in herself and what she can do. And so those are the types of things I can get down with, you know, and appreciate versus, yeah, I needed somebody on a horse to come freaking save me, blah, blah, blah. Can't do it. Just saying.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. They don't focus on love relationships. It's just a different kind of love. That I think is really important. Like get to know who you are as a person, love yourself first.
Yeah.
Appreciate your culture.
Mm-hmm.
Especially today.
Yeah.
Before thinking about sharing your life with someone.
And I'm probably getting ahead. I just have a quick question. But if you were to watch the ones that we have today, if you were to watch those today when you were younger, like how do you think you would have felt? You know what I mean? Like how would your perception?
Yeah, I think my perception definitely would not be what it is today. I mean, I recognize I'm a relational person. I appreciate unique relationships with my friends and you know, my partner, and I really value those one-on-one relationships. So I think that will still be present, like wanting a relationship with someone and seeking that out and it being special and all those things.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, if those Disney movies were there when I was younger, yeah, I mean, I maybe I wouldn't worry so much about a boy asking me to dance at school.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 8, 9 years old and
right.
I see, you know, you're cool or you're liked when someone pays attention to you. Well, you could be cool and liked and somebody doesn't pay attention to you. So maybe that would be one way that it would change my perception is I don't need somebody else's attention.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
No, this is like counseling for me right now.
No, it's true.
Thank you, my friend.
I got you. Because sometimes too, sometimes people seek, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general as women. And I think that's why it's great that we're doing this. Sometimes people seek negative attention because maybe that, you know, in order to just get any attention and think any attention. So I think this is a really good episode to have, you know, in my opinion.
Damn good. It's damn good. Okay, my friend, let's switch the focus onto you.
Okay, let me calm down.
Tell me about, growing up, tell me about your experience with Disney movies. Mm-hmm. How present were they when you were growing up or not? Like, what's your experience with back then Disney movies?
You know, honestly, I grew up around a bunch of males, like a bunch of male friends, my brother, a bunch of male cousins. So my time wasn't usually spent just, you know, from California, right? So we were outside. So we weren't, you know, it's a big difference.
I'm from Canada, everybody. Winter time, you just stay inside.
Exactly. Right. But, you know, in California, just like East Coast, don't come home until the lights are on and you better have your butt inside. So, you know, I didn't really, you know, I wasn't really inside watching a whole bunch of stuff, you know, TV and stuff or Disney stuff, especially. But I think that had a lot to do with it is the males I grew up around probably made me also a little bit more like tomboyish and not really looking to, I don't know. It just never seemed very realistic, you know, and especially like the women that I grew up with, not even the men. I shouldn't even just put it on the men, right? The women I grew up with, you know, mom, you know, my aunt, I hope to have them both on my show. our show, excuse me. But more importantly, like, God, I wish my grandma could be, if she was still here, I would love to have her on a show because, she didn't play, right?
World.
Yeah, she was very much like, there's nothing a man can do for you except that you can't do for yourself. So that's kind of like the background that I grew up with. So when I see some of the stuff, like the old school ones, that's probably why I like the new school ones of Disney that we see now. But the old school ones, I couldn't do it. Yeah.
That's how you escape the mass messaging of Disney movies, huh?
That's how I escaped.
And I think it's one of the reasons why you date the way that you date.
Oh yeah, I date like a man. I mean, not married, but I date like a man for sure. Yes.
Yeah, I think you escape the mass messaging of fall in love. I'm your hero.
Yeah.
The savior, particularly the white savior, because all the characters were white males and white women, white male characters.
My husband is white too. Now that's interesting. Maybe that's another.
Now that's very interesting. However, you date totally different.
Yes.
From how I date.
Yeah. And
it is a coaching session, people.
I love
coaching session.
This is what we're here for, right? Like, and my parents, I think, too, were another big thing, right? Like,
oh yeah, oh my gosh,
both mom and dad working. I mean, unfortunately, my dad has passed, but I also even now see, oh, I love you.
I love you.
Like mom, she's got to run the household now and she don't play with that shit. Like she gets stuff done. It's like amazing to see her get things done. Without a man, you don't have to do it with a man. It's a blessing to have a man and it's a blessing to have two parents be able to help. And I just think that's kind of always how we were brought up, take care of your shit. Nobody's going to be responsible for it except for you. So do it. So yeah.
You had a really nice example. I mean, you continue to have a really good example.
We're blessed. Absolutely.
I love that. So. Okay. So I know you're not a fan of Disney movies, at least not the ones from back then.
Yes.
You are familiar with some of them.
Yes.
Bambi.
Well, see, that really probably ruined my life. And I watched Bambi one time and they killed off the freaking mom. And I cried and cried and cried and said, I will never, even back then, I said, I will never watch this again. Ever.
I'm sorry if I triggered you.
Well, why does the mom, that's the other thing, my problem with Disney movies. Like, why does the mom always have to die in a Disney movie? Seriously.
Triggered. I'm sorry.
Rapunzel?
That's one I never watched. It's a lot of hair.
You didn't really miss anything. Like the newer version is better because she's like self-sufficient.
She's self-efficient. Empowerment.
Yes. Saying she's white, which is fine, but like, I don't know. When they killed a mom, yeah, that hurt. Maybe this is therapy for both of us. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm so sorry I triggered you. And okay. Now, you're familiar with Disney movies. If you could rewrite a Disney movie or a character from a Disney movie, who would it be? What would it be?
Didn't we just talk about that? Bambi.
No?
Bambi.
Okay. No, I just said Bambi and you just...
The daddy would not make it.
So Bambi's dad would die?
Or Bambi's dad would be lost for a little bit and then he would find his way home. Okay. After mom took care of everything and handled all her shit. Right?
That's too bad because there's no GPS back then. No Google Maps.
Right. And listen, they shouldn't have done that to Bambi's mom. That's all I'm saying. I would remake that movie because it's a really sweet movie. But why should a baby have to go without his mom? Like, come on, Disney. We got to talk. Disney, call me. I'll hook you up with a new scene, whatever you need. Okay. Jesus. Let's come on.
You know, I have to say that I remember some of the stuff in Bambi movie, but I don't remember it. It was
after
not.
his mom dies, like what else is there?
It was not the thing for me to watch. It's like,
no, you would be heartbroken. Maybe you would not watch another Disney movie again. We would not be watching all these rom-coms.
True. It's true.
I think it's more your nature. You got a good heart. You have a good, sweet, kind heart, and you're an Aquarius, and you're a lover, and you're not a fighter, and it makes sense why you know.
Makes sense, right?
It totally does. Yeah, I
love me. I love me.
You should love you. Are you kidding? Please. But if they had Moana or like Princess of the Frog and stuff back in the day, yes, we would be hooked up.
Yes,
I would love it. So, which one would you rewrite? I mean, like, is there something that you would rewrite?
I think I would rewrite either Snow White or Cinderella, whatever.
Oh.
Probably.
Would it be Snow Black?
No, what's that? Would I what?
Would she be Snow Black? I'm asking.
Yes.
Curious.
Yes. Snow Black. Because it does happen on the East Coast. Yes. It looks nice for a little bit. That shit is.
There you go.
Pure, for too long.
See?
It's pretty, but it ain't that pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Snow Black.
Is
that the one that falls into a deep sleep?
Yes, she ate an apple.
Yeah, okay. So I like to sleep, but damn, and I wear earplugs. But come on now, I don't need a kiss to wake my ass up. I just need the smell of coffee. That's all I need.
Oh my God, I love that. Maybe some coffee, and then you see it sniff her nose, and she's like this. Oh,
all I need is the smell of coffee and making sure that my hair is wrapped so I can wake up. Like I'm okay. That's it. That's it.
That's why I would be. Yep, I can see it.
People.
Listen, by the way, your hair looks freaking fabulous right now. I love it. I love it. It looks really good.
Thank you.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and then if I were to rewrite, I would be so fragile. I mean, I love love. I like to, I like to feel taken care of. I mean, and not in the sense of pay my bills and, things like, buy my shoes and, pay for my nails again. I do all of that by myself. I make money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so fragile. I would not be so fragile. So I would rewrite that to be more like, present, independent. Mm-hmm. Like, let's talk about what we want out of this relationship. It's not all about you trying to find your queen. Right. I'm in the woods somewhere in a glass
slipper
coffin.
You ain't gonna be no glass slipper. Not if it's raining. Let me tell you that right now. My shoes.
Exactly. That's right.
My boots.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
That. Okay.
And you leave pedicured feet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
that's how I would rewrite it. I don't, I can be present,
Yeah.
50-50. Tell me what you're bringing to the table.
Except, tell me what you're
other than a castle and a crown. Mm-hmm. I want to know your package, but I want to know your package.
Yeah, both. And they both better match. Just saying.
I want to retire well.
Yeah. But you don't need a man to be able to do that. You want him to bring to the table what you bring in. If not,
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
That's how I would rewrite.
Okay. All right. What advice would you give your like younger self?
Turn off the damn television.
Mm, mm.
It's not real.
Yeah.
Your soon to be friend on the West Coast is not doing it, so don't do it.
Would you listen?
Probably
Oh,
not at 8 years old, 9 years old, probably.
yeah. Yeah. I like that advice.
What's that?
I like that advice.
I like it too.
Yeah.
The things we wish we knew at that moment. I guess that's why they call it life experiences.
Because you wouldn't appreciate the experiences you've had if you didn't go through them.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So there's something to be said about life experiences, and sometimes it only takes one time.
There's a lot to be said about life experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
okay, so you have two boys.
I do.
Very sports oriented, which
Yeah.
makes sense because you and your hubby are very much into sports and being outdoors and staying active,
Yeah.
full scholarship. I mean, I know you want to get that full scholarship when they get to college. I totally get it.
Oh yeah. I'm
Makes
not
total
paying for
sense.
college. I mean, you
Yeah,
go to
right?
college, but you're gonna go with a scholarship.
I'm going through this process right now with my goddaughter.
Oh,
Get some scholarships.
I can't believe she's already that age, but
I can't believe it either. Okay, so you have two boys, very active. If you had a daughter, if you had a daughter, like, what would you tell her about Disney movies?
The new ones.
Sure, let's start with the new ones. No. Actually, yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. The new ones, I think I would be okay with because I think that they would teach her empowerment. First of all, God bless all the little girls out there, but I'm glad that I have boys because the stuff that she's going to have to deal with down the road. So I'm hoping that the movies that they have, the Disney movies they have nowadays would teach her, listen, you don't need a man to save you, to get a job, to pay your rent, to pay your mortgage, whatever. Okay.
Right.
You a bad bitch. So you don't need that. So
women independent. Oh yeah.
So I would, that would just be a big thing for me. I would make sure that I think these movies now help out with that.
Yeah.
I would let her watch these movies if she wasn't outside on the basketball court or on the baseball field. But I would also tell her, like, if there were the old movies, just like my family told me, don't leave out the house with a dry purse and a wet pussy. You know what I mean? Because even if you go out on a date, if a man can't pay, then what you do? You need to make sure that you can pay your half and then you walk on by.
Walk on by.
Yes.
Wait, did you say don't leave your house with a dry purse and a wet pussy?
You heard it here first.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Oh my God. I love it. And that's advice from who? From your mom?
From the family.
From the family.
Yes. You don't depend on a man. A date. Listen, you know how I feel. If you're on a date, especially the first date, a man pays. But if he can't pay, you make sure that
you got a problem, Houston.
You can cover your half and then you can throw the deuces. That's just how it works.
Oh my God. I love that. If there's anything you're getting out of this show, everybody, it's just that. And that goes for anybody.
Yeah. Always
Him,
be prepared.
he, her, she, they, them.
I'm glad you said that because, yeah, true.
Everybody.
Everybody. Or you better have a Zoom dinner. Shit. Like, you be like, how about you make your food? I'll make my food. But what about you? I mean, like, what if you had a daughter? Like, what would you tell her?
I would probably tell her what my dad told me, which is, my dad told me, like, your first husband is education. Get your education, go as high as you can, be your own woman, have your own stuff. And my mom, while she hasn't said that in those words, she's always said to me, don't be dependent on a guy. Don't depend on a man. Like, don't, just stand on your own 2 feet.
Yeah.
So I would tell my daughter the same thing. And then your second husband is
there's another one.
the partner, right? Your first husband is your education.
Gotcha.
Education, your career, your salary, everything else that gives you access because you've taken the time to go to school and do something of yourself. And then your second husband is like, and then your husband will fall into your own plan at some point, right? So that's what I would say. I was like, focus on yourself, date here and there. It's fine. You will love, you will hurt, you will, whatever. Don't lose yourself in trying to find your guy.
Yes.
Your person.
I love that. Yes. Great advice. Great advice. Well, I love it. I love it. I see.
I love it too.
I know why you like Disney. I totally get it and understand. We were brought up a little bit differently, but that's the name of the
different.
Dating and marriage perspectives, Dan. I've been drinking too much, so we good.
Damn good to the last one. Come on, girl. If we're closing.
I was just trying to point at the right thing. That's all. But I was going backwards.
It can get tricky.
Exactly. Well, let's close up. I mean, I love what we talked about today. I think, If you have questions on it or want to talk about it, you guys, please send us your feedback. We love to hear what you have to say. We love to hear if you grew up the same. Did Disney movies, have an effect? AFEECT or EFFECT on, how you view relationships. I'd love to hear about it. We'd love to hear about it. You can hit us up on damperspectives@gmail.com, or you can comment below if you're watching this through YouTube, or make sure to look us up on Spotify and Apple. I don't know. What else are we on, Karina? I think TikTok.
Oh, that Instagram. I keep saying Instagram, TikTok.
We're on Instagram too.
Jeez. Oh, we are there too? Okay.
We worldwide, girl.
Yeah, we are.
But we appreciate you guys watching and listening, and, send us your feedback. We'd love to hear from you. So, bye.